Hello, my beautiful Cancer souls. Welcome to your October love reading. I just want to mention that it is exactly 3:33 p.m. So that's interesting. Straight up with your energy. Oh, by the way, this is for any Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North nodes in Cancer. Okay, guys. So I was sitting with your energy and shuffling your cards, and I wrote down a couple of channeled messages, and it was really interesting. I feel as though there's like a big shift that's going on with you guys, Cancer, and the fact that I just started your reading at exactly 3:33 tells me that this is something like I feel like you have a lot of angels around you. I feel like you have a lot of spirit guides around you. You have a lot of divine beings that are trying to help you move through the situation that you're going through right now currently. So I pulled some astrology cards for you, and we have Aries, I am, and we have Grand Cross, Provoker. Look how red those cards are. And then underneath that, well, at the bottom of the deck, we have 10th house, the World. Okay, so I feel as though with you guys, my beautiful Cancers, it feels as though this month is, when it comes to love, it's going to feel like it's a little bit of a trigger. It's going to feel as though things are, like, I feel like there might be arguments, there could be just heated debates. This is like a heated, frustrated sort of energy coming through that sort of feels as though you are dealing with someone that can provoke your sort of like angry side. And, you know, I sort of feel as though, because the thing with this Grand Cross Provokers card is, and that in astrology is, it's like a really difficult aspect to go through at the time, but it's something that is sort of needed because it's through all the conflict and the frustration that compromise sort of is birthed. And so I feel as though with Grand Cross Provoker coming out and the 10th house has to do with our career, it has to do with our legacy, it has to do with the way we present ourselves out in this world from like a kind of professional perspective. So I feel as though for you guys, it's like you're being triggered by someone in particular, and they're making you have a look at your legacy in the world and what it is that you're trying to create. And it's interesting because I feel like your relationship with this person also has a lot to do with your career. It has a lot to do with your legacy. I mean, because the 10th house, I don't like to see it as purely just like career, because I feel like there was a time in humans' existence where we didn't have careers. We sort of like, you know, we did what we did our thing, we were the hunter or the gatherer or whatever, but it wasn't so much a career. It was the way we impacted the world, and it was the way we sort of like to shine our light on the world. And I feel like for you guys, this month in love is going to feel like there's a lot that needs to sort of come to the surface and be acknowledged, because I feel like it's coming up in order to like help you see through any illusions that you have that are sort of keeping you stuck. And with this Aries I am energy, it's sort of the feeling as though I think you're taking responsibility, like you're taking your life into your own hands, you're taking your legacy into your own hands, and you're becoming really deliberate about yourself as a person and what you want in love, pretty much. So let's now get a card for what is my beautiful Cancers, what is their weaknesses over this month in October when it comes to love, please, Spirit. What is Cancer's weakness? Let's get them down. Freedom! Wow. Okay, so you guys are struggling with freedom. You're struggling with feeling as though you can actually be free. Like, and I feel like with this, far out, with this 10th house, the World coming out, it feels as though it's like you don't feel free to be in the world. You don't feel free to express yourself in the world. You don't feel free to act in the world. It's like there's like because the thing with Aries can be like really selfish. Like Aries is the self in a way. So there's either someone around you or you yourself have been acting quite selfish in some ways. And I feel like with your weakness and your struggle coming out being freedom, that's pretty intense. Because look, underneath that we have saboteur. So sabotage, it's like someone is consistently sabotaging your freedom, Aries. Wow. Aries, wow. See, I just called you guys Aries. So you might have Aries somewhere else in your chart, and if you do, then definitely check out Aries reading. But yeah, some of you guys are dealing with an Aries, but essentially it feels like this is literally someone sabotaging somebody else's freedom. That's that provoker. That's like provoking, pushing. Like the way I see that is literally like there's a, imagine like a big sister and a little brother, and the little brother's just constantly poking, like poking the big sister to the point where she just loses him. Where she just goes ram on them, Rambo, essentially, and like takes him out with those ram horns. So yeah, that's like pretty actually intense energy, and I feel like this could definitely have to do with ancestral patterns and relationship patterns, because underneath that you have mother goddess. And so this is sort of telling me that there's something to do with your connection and your relationship with your mother that causes you to continuously have these experiences with your lovers, which is not surprising at all. Sorry, I'm moving around because I've been sitting down a lot today. But it's not surprising at all, because we are kind of like mini versions of our parents, and I hate to say that, but a lot of us are, and as much as we try to be different, it's kind of like, you know, you grow up receiving programming, and we all do. Like it's not possible to not, because every aspect of our life, like we're a sponge up until like we're 7 years old. We're literally walking around like a human sponge. So we pick up everything that our parents are doing, everything that our grandparents are doing, like everyone that's around us, we pick it up. And so there's like something to do with the mother here. And Cancer, you guys rule the mother. You're ruled by the moon, and the moon is the mother in you know, it's that energy of nurturing, of loving, of like just taking care of others. And I feel like at times you've sacrificed your ability to take care of yourself for other people, and it has sabotaged you. Oh shit. Oh hot damn. Cancer, that's crazy. So now let's have a look at what your strengths are, because that's really deep. That's really deep. And you know what? When I was doing your channeled words and stuff, I'll read you what I got. I got at peace with letting go, burning memories, the past, hopelessness, denial, faith and fear, good intentions, stepping through, new doors are opening. So I feel like that's pretty on point, because it feels, and you have journey at the bottom of the deck too here, so this has been a freaking journey, that's for sure. But what I'm sort of getting from this and putting it all together is that's that, like that hopelessness, the denial and the faith, that's that sabotaging energy, because it's denying what's wrong, it's denying what hasn't been working, it's denying the fact that, you know, there are some ancestral wounds and there are some things that are associated with your own mother that cause you to act a certain way in your relationships. And I feel as though faith and fear is coming up. Faith and fear, like having the faith to know within yourself that you are powerful, that you are you for a reason, and that you deserve freedom. It's having the faith in knowing that you deserve freedom, and you need to express yourself and put yourself out in the world in a different way. Express yourself in a different way. You know, it's like giving me North Node vibes. I'm seriously getting North Node vibes, which is when you step into your true soul's power in this lifetime. Like when you're stuck in your South Node, you're stuck in your comfort zone and doing the things that just naturally come to you, and it's sort of easy, and it's going about life in a way that feels comfortable, but it doesn't exactly feel like exciting, and it doesn't bring you joy in the end. North Node is when you step out of that comfort zone and you start to face your fears, and you start to face the challenges that are standing in your way, that are that grand cross provoker, that provoke the fear in you, because as you overcome it, you find yourself stepping into your legacy. And I feel like you guys, like the Cancers that I'm tapping into, you guys have a legacy, and it's been stifled by the sabotaging of like yourself sabotaging yourself through spending so much time in relationships that actually do not serve you. So sorry, but it's true. So let's have a look at your strengths, okay? Now let's have a look at your strengths. What is Cancer's strengths in love in the month of October? So a lot seems to be coming up in these readings, and I feel like it's because of this Mercury retrograde in Libra, and like a lot of the planets going direct this month and stuff. Like I really feel like we're sort of coming out of like a period of thinking, and now we're sort of stepping more into that Aries action energy. So your strength this month is actually wealth, which is pretty cool to see. So I feel like to do like a lot of your it's interesting because your relationships are really tied in with your wealth. Your relationships are really tied in with money and finances, and essentially like your career, like where you're moving in life. And so I feel like with that coming out as a strength, that's actually really good, because I feel like the more money you have, the more you're actually able to have that individual sense of self and to go forward in freedom and to step into nurturing yourself. Because that's the thing, the way you think about money can sometimes sabotage everything. Like the way you think and feel about your abundance and what you deserve and your life in general can make or break you. And I feel like what's coming up for you guys is that you're going to make yourselves, like I'm really wanting to just feel like telling you guys, like stepping through good intentions, new doors are opening. The better intentions that you have for you and your life, and the more you want to step forward with love and truth and grace and humility and like an unconditional sense of understanding for everyone in your past, as well as your future, as well as yourself, because it all starts in the self first and foremost, and Aries rules the self. So this starts in yourself, because the more you can come, wow, you actually have that twice. You have the triple goddess twice coming up. So this is very much feminine energy coming up. There's feminine, wow, we actually have masculine energy right here. And then we have feminine energy right here. So this is needing to balance the masculine and the feminine between yourself as well as in your relationships. And it starts within the self. Because if you have masculine and feminine energy that's completely out of balance internally, then you're going to experience that externally in your life. And the world will literally reflect that back to you. Underneath that, you have Jupiter, abundance, and grand trine, blessings. The world, like the universe, spirit, your spirit guides, your higher self, everything wants to bless you. Everything wants you to have this abundance and this wealth. But do you believe that you can have it? Because I feel like your self-worth is tied in with what other people or someone in particular, this could even be like literally your partner, has made you feel about yourself. This is about regaining that wealth within you and taking that, like you can build your own wealth. You don't need anyone else. If you've got a gift or a talent, do something with it. Rather than keeping yourself in denial, have faith over fear. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's have a look now at your energy and then the person that you're dealing with's energy. So what is Cancer's energy over? No, we're not taking two. What is Cancer's energy in love in the month of October? Spirit, what is Cancer showing up as? What do you want to talk to us about? Okay, the Hermit, retreat and recharge. And I nearly said Reiki, so some of you guys might be wanting to get into Reiki and receive some Reiki healing. That could definitely be really beneficial, because it feels like your root chakra, which is your lowest chakra, it's your grounding chakra, it's that red energy. And you've got all the chakras here as well. But essentially that's your root chakras trying to come out and be like the roots of this tree are trying to grow. And so I definitely feel like some Reiki, even self Reiki, like holding your hands on your own root chakra and like sending high vibe loving energy and healing energy into there. That's enough to do it. So with this Hermit coming out, I feel as though Cancer, you're in a vibe of retreating within yourself to recharge your batteries, because I feel like you're like, this is interesting because I feel like you've been a little bit, what's the word, like, it's kind of like down and out, like you've just been a little like, I can't even think of the word. Come on, spirit guides. I just heard redundant. So I don't know, I feel like you're a bit like out of sorts, and this is the month where you're going to start going within yourself, and you need to like rest. You need to, that's why I feel like this Grand Cross Provoke is coming out, because you're just being poked and poked and poked and poked and prodded, and you need to build a bubble around yourself. You need to protect yourself and go within your own like divine little cave. Hermit, like literally going within yourself This is about the I am, and Aries is I am, it's the individual. So this is going individually into yourself. I feel like relationships this month, love, is kind of just trying to teach you to own yourself. It's to make life about you, to make your love for you. It's really interesting. Like, I really feel as though you are being called to like really spend some time meditating on the way you feel and why you feel certain ways, and maybe even on your family, and like why has your life sort of continued, why have the same themes continued to pop up and things like that. Like, why? Because a lot of the time I find that like all this happens for all humans. Like, we all seem to keep going through the same problems. Like someone will have something happen to them, but they'll have it happen to them 3 times, or it's like they always get in the same sorts of relationships, or they always have someone leave them in the same way, like things like that. And those things are not coincidental. It's not just because like you're just really unlucky. It's because there is a pattern within you that is asking for you to shine light on it and to pay attention to it. And that's how you create that freedom, is when you shine a light on the spaces and places within you that have been hiding in the dark. And I think for you guys, it's got a lot to do with your mother. And your person's energy is arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. So the person that you are thinking about, that you're dealing with, they are very protected at the moment too. Like, I literally feel like both of you guys are sort of going through this like internal like pull back within, because you're needing to like both protect your energy from each other. Essentially, I feel like you could possibly both bring out the worst in each other, but you can also bring out the best in each other too. Like, that's that divine bloody like duality, where it's like, it's when we find someone that we love so much and we're so passionate about, they can bring out the absolute best version of us, and they can literally bring out the absolute worst version of us as well. So I feel like this is about coming to an equal balance individually. Like, I'm really getting this individual vibe, like you both want to go eternally this month and not spend so much time giving an F about what the other person's doing, giving more time and energy into your heart and into your soul. And like, you know, even if you're single, this is kind of like just doing the work this month. Just instead of like sabotaging yourself by constantly thinking about, why didn't this past relationship work out? Why didn't this person like me? Why didn't whatever? Enough of that. You know, burning memories. Burn the memories that do not serve you anymore. If they're not for you, have a look at it, write it down on a piece of paper, literally do a burning ritual. Like, chuck it in the fire, let it go, but something needs to happen in order for you to let it go, because otherwise it's just going to keep continuously eating you. So this person, the person that you're dealing with, is feeling very protective. They're trying to protect their energy as you're trying to protect your energy. You're both protecting yourselves. So this tells me that you both need a break and a recharge from each other. Okay, so let's get a couple cards now for you. What does Spirit have to say for you and your love vibes? What's Cancer's love vibes? Okay. We have the 2 of Cups upright, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Strength card in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, you also have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So this is that message, once again, to retreat, to go within. You need to build resilience within yourself, first and foremost, because this is telling me that you don't feel like you have the strength to go forward, to move on, to create a new life for yourself, to create your own legacy, to create freedom in your own life. It feels as though like you cling to other people a little bit. You cling to this particular person, or you cling to specific beliefs that keep you chained. Literally keep you chained and keep your power from surfacing. It's like keeping your, like, literally, like, you know, I'm seeing a huge dog, like a huge scary looking dog, like a big bull mastiff type thing that's absolutely massive, and he's got like this big collar on, and it's like literally like her, see, she's got those studs on it and everything, like it's a big scary looking dog, and he's tied up on a chain in a backyard. Because the thing is, he's not a scary dog. They make him look scary. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I sort of screwed it up. But I'm trying to say, like, there's this big scary looking dog, right? And everyone's too afraid to go near him, so they chain him up in the backyard and make him look all tough and stuff. But the reality is, all the dog wants is to come inside and like cuddle with its family. But instead, it's stuck outside on a chain, literally living in the elements. So I feel like what I'm trying to get to is that if you continuously keep ignoring the fact that you deserve better, you're just keeping yourself like that dog out in the backyard. But you're a person. You could take the collar off. You've got hands. You know, you could go and walk inside. You're choosing not to, and in your past you've chosen not to because you've lost so much. But this month, I feel like this is you regaining that strength, because the Five of Pentacles is in the reverse, and I love to see the Five of Pentacles in reverse, because that means that you're coming out of this lack mentality. Like, you see how it looks like a hurricane's come through and it's torn all her stuff up, and it's like she's crying because she feels like she's lost everything. She's crying because she feels like she doesn't have enough. She's crying because she doesn't have enough money to take care of herself, and like everything she had, all of her resources are now gone. It's like resources swiftly dwindling. And the only thing that can sort of uplift you is knowing that you have this strength within, that you can continue to create, that wealth is all around you, that abundance is all around you, that freedom is abundance. You know, this is pretty much coming into your own personal power. And with Two of Cups coming out for you guys as well, is I feel like this person is like a soulmate. This person that you're dealing with is someone that has been placed on your path for a particular reason. Like, you guys could have even known each other since you were children, or like just really young. But I feel like it's placed each other on your path for a reason, because this person was meant to provoke you. You know, it's like poking the bear. Like, literally, this person was meant to poke you into your own understanding that you need to go out on your own. Like, this is teaching you to follow your own heart. This is teaching you to like run forward with that Aries energy, that I don't give a F, I'm gonna do what I want to do vibe. And with the World, you know, this is seeing how powerful you actually are. I don't even see this so much, even though it's a love reading, I don't see this so much as, yes, this is confirmation that this person that you're dealing with is a soulmate, but I'm seeing this as more coming home to you, coming into balance with you. And as you meditate on it, and as you come into balance with yourself, you allow yourself to actually open brand new doors and to become peaceful, to be at peace with what you need to let go of. I feel like the past is what keeps you hopeless. The past is what keeps you constantly feeling as though you don't deserve a better life. And the past is going to continuously keep dragging you down until you have the time, until you make the time to sit down and meditate on why and change things, okay? So let's get a couple cards for your person now. The person that Cancer is dealing with. I keep wanting to say Aries. Like, there's serious Aries and Cancer, like, mix-up vibes going on here. So you have the Four of Swords in reverse. Two more cards for Cancer's person, please. Spirit. Okay, well we got a couple more cards for you. That's all right. So we have the Five of Swords, the Fool, wow, with the Ace of Swords. Ah, Christ! Don't knock me stuff off. Ah. Okay, so things are definitely tumbling down, I think. Like, well, I mean, at the same time, it's like that Nelly fell, but it just did it? So it's like, is it falling? Are we keeping it? Are we going to ditch this? Are we going to come back? Like, woo! Anyway, Five of Swords with the Fool. That's interesting. So the person that you're thinking about, that you're dealing with, they do not want to fight anymore. I feel as though they actually want to come out. You know, they want a rebirth, they want a beginning. That's that freedom energy again. Like, you guys both want freedom. I feel like you want freedom from the fighting. You want a new beginning. It doesn't, like, it just doesn't want to be so aggressive. And I feel like with this Ace of Swords coming out, this is like being able to speak with truth and honesty and ground this idea into reality. It's like this person has got a bright idea. They've got something that they want to speak with you about. They've got something that they want to get off their chest, but I feel like it's a matter of like actually doing it, because with that Five of Swords as well, I do see that as sometimes like it can be internal, like conflict within their own mind. So they're going back and forth. Should I say this? Should I not say this? Just a little bit like all over the place. And Four of Swords in reverse coming out as well is telling me that this person needs to rest and recharge as well. This person also is sort of considering taking a little bit of a break and taking a step back. You guys are getting a lot of like rest, retreat, recharge, have a bit of a break, protect your energy. Because I feel like you guys have like been at each other so much with these Aries vibes where it's just like so intense that you both kind of like need this break to like just kind of simmer down. Like I literally just heard "Simmer Down" by Bob Marley. So yeah, I feel like that's the best way that you guys can find a stable ground between each other, is just allowing yourself time and space to rest, because you both have things to get off your chest, but you both need to individually do some healing work so that you can come together and like communicate effectively, because there's no point communicating if it's just going to be like fighting rather than actually coming with honesty and truth. And like, you know, Five of Swords is petty stuff, so it's like just dicky energy sometimes. So what is the advice that you have for my Cancers, please, Spirit? What is the advice that you have for Cancer? Cancer! Whoa. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands in reverse. Stability is definitely coming up for you guys. It feels as though like some of you feel like you're losing your safe space. Okay, so your advice. You have the Lovers, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So I feel as though with this Lovers coming out with this Six of Swords, this is definitely moving on from a particular relationship, from a particular person. I think it's like allowing, and it doesn't have to be like you actually leave this person physically forever, but it's more so changing up the way you think about this person and changing up the way you interact with this person and coming with more love and sort of like freedom and understanding how much abundance actually surrounds you both. And it's like literally just seeing things kind of from a different perspective. Like the Six of Swords is usually where like someone's packed up inside a boat and they've got all of their belongings with them and they are moving on to like calmer waters because things have just been too heavy. And with the Queen of Cups in the reverse coming out, this is definitely Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So I feel like it's coming into emotional balance within yourself, and doing so through meditation. And you know, if someone, it's like not having all these big emotional outbursts, because that's the thing, Cancer. You guys are so feeling, and you guys like to cover yourselves up like a crab. Like you guys are the crab, so it's like you have this hard protective shell, but you have really mushy insides. And I feel like with all this Aries energy, you've been trying to come off like so strong throughout this whole thing that you haven't really been allowing your feelings to like be open and express. And maybe all this takes is actually speaking up about the way you truly feel inside, without needing to come off as any certain way. Be vulnerable, just be authentic. If you care about this person so much, if you spend so much time with this person, speak up and say how you feel, instead of always needing to like beat around the bush or like, you know, make things an argument. This is being honest over being in an argument. This person doesn't want to be in an argument either. They just want honest communication. I feel like you both just want honest communication, and you are sick of the fighting. You both are. And you've got you've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers coming out with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is all the soulmate cards in the deck. You know, this is all the attachments that you have to this person. And they're honestly, they're in the upright. They're sort of saying that, like, you know, there is the potential for this to not be so painful. But it takes honesty, it takes integrity, and it takes no more sabotaging force. Okay, no more forcing things either. I think things need to be a bit more organic. You need to both come with more freedom and stop pushing everything to because the 10th house as well. The 10th house can feel really, really restrictive. It's like that Capricorn energy, that legacy energy that's like, I need to achieve this amount of success, otherwise I am a failure, and I won't stop at anything until I make this happen. That's boring, guys. That's boring. You want to come from a place of love and fun and freedom and abundance, and I can feel that. You don't want to feel everything so restrictive and annoying and painful all the time. So, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck under that again. So that's communication once again. Clear, concise communication, being open, being honest, being spot on with how you want to connect with this person. So now this has gone on way too long. I think this is the longest reading I've done for October love. Thank you so much for still being here with me, guys. I love you so much. I hope that this reading was helpful. Make sure you give this video a... She stopped recording, but make sure you give this video a like. Really supports the algorithm and all that sort of stuff. Subscribe to my channel. Hit me up with a comment if this resonated. Let me know what's going on with you. And if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that at www.crystallinepriestess.com. The link will be in my description box. And yeah, if you want to check me out on Instagram as well, I'm on there all the time because I find it really fun over there. I really like making content on Insta. So, you know, if you want to stay tuned, then roll on over there. That made no sense. Oh well, who cares? So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you to your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and your higher self. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys in your general reading, because you're also going to have a general reading this month. So yeah, cool. Love yous and farewell, my Cancers. Mwah.